welcome and thank one of the honored Americans. She came here today to support our protest regarding the comedy play of presidential election that happened in Egypt a couple of days ago. Ms. Sara Flounders, she's the co-director of the International Take Action Center. She was, and she is still, one of the strongest American activists who supports the Arab Spring since its start until now. Everybody welcome her. We welcome you, Miss. Thank you for coming. In the beginning, let me ask you a question. Why you accepted our invitation today to come and support our protest, even though you just came from a long trip?
It's important that so many Egyptians have come out today, and I've come to join you because people in Egypt cannot speak out against a dictatorship. And so your voices and all of our voices here in New York City and around the world are so important for the people in Egypt who cannot speak. If they speak, they're arrested, they're killed, they're burned, they're tortured. So everyone around the world needs to raise their voice against the dictator, General Sisi.
ثوار أحرار هنكمل المشوار. ثوار أحرار هنكمل المشوار.
The fraudulent election that just took place in Egypt, people all over the world saw the empty voting booth. Am I right? We saw those pictures, right? And they know that the people of Egypt have turned their back on Sisi. They've said no to dictatorship. Millions of people did not go out to vote. And even with government threats and fines, 500 pounds if you don't vote, people who were forced to vote, they spoiled their ballots, right? So this is not an election. This is theater.
Yes.
This is a rubber stamp, and it's a big fraud. But now, all the people of the world saw it, and they saw the people of Egypt, by their silence, saying no to Sisi.
Thank you.
Ms. Sara, with the scene of this presidential election happened in Egypt a couple of days ago, enough to define what happened in Egypt in the 3rd of July 2013 as a revolution?
What happened in Egypt on July 3rd of last year was a military coup.
It's a coup, it's a coup. It's a coup, it's a coup. It's a coup, it's a coup.
It's a coup, it's a coup.
Don't let them lie to you.
Don't let them lie to you.
It's a coup, it's a coup.
It's a coup, it's a coup.
Don't let them lie to you.
Don't let them lie to you. Yes, you say it so much better. And you say it with music and with a chant. But it's true. July 3rd was a military coup d'etat. Millions and millions of people had voted for President Morsi. That's a fact. And there had been elections for the Constituent Assembly for a new day. And all of that was wiped away in a military coup. And anyone who disagreed, in September we saw what happened. They were rounded up. They were shot. They were jailed. Thousands now in the jails.
Morsi was elected!
Morsi was elected!
Sisi is rejected!
Sisi is rejected!
Morsi was elected!
Morsi was elected!
Sisi was rejected.
Sisi was rejected! Sisi was rejected! Sisi was rejected!
This is true. Sisi was rejected. And the people, by their silence in this latest election, they showed it was true. They had voted for President Morsi. He is the elected president. The people of Egypt have a right. They have a right to choose their own president. They have a right to choose their own government. I'm here today because the government of the United States, who supported Mubarak all those years, and the Mubarak dictatorship, today is supporting Sisi. And that is a crime. So it's important for voices here in the United States to speak out against the U.S. support of the Sisi dictatorship.
Not a nickel, not a dime! Stop supporting arms crime! Not a nickel, not a dime! Stop supporting arms crime! Stop supporting arms crime!
The last question for Ms. Sara. Is this election enough to legitimize the massive violations of human rights that happened in Egypt since July 3rd until now?
Well, this election has no legitimacy. First of all, Sisi had no right to organize an election. He's a dictator. He overthrew the elected government. So regardless of the vote, this election was a fraud. But in order to make that point doubly clear, the people of Egypt refused to vote. They refused to take part. And that is a heroic stand. So this is a long struggle, but the people of Egypt have a lot of experience in long struggles and struggles against dictatorship. So we stand with you. We recognize this very heroic struggle, and we will continue to raise our voice here to our own government to stop the support of the Sisi dictatorship, to stop the military aid, not a nickel, not a dime for dictatorship. And the people of Egypt will continue to find ways to resist, because now the whole world knows. They saw it. They tried to extend the elections, threaten the people, and none of it succeeded. So thank you very much. And your voice here means, I'm sure, so much to people in Egypt who now can't speak, but they will again speak, I'm sure.
Thank you, Sara. We appreciate
حكم
it.
العسكر.
Thank you.
يسقط كل عبيد العسكر. يسقط كل كلاب العسكر. يسقط حكم العسكر. يسقط كل عبيد العسكر.